What's going on, guys? Um, so today I have a little bit of a story to tell, I guess. Um, I guess it's been long enough for me to say it without worrying about it. And in the end, I only ended up getting a speeding ticket out of this. So yeah, we're gonna fucking share this. Um, this is on the Frunk channel. Um, haven't uploaded on this in forever. But nonetheless, here we go. So, I guess I can start by saying out that this shit really did happen to me, and I was actually dumb enough to fucking do this shit, so, yeah. But anyway, so it started out with me sitting in my room. I was playing video games on my computer with my boy, uh, Jeff, I guess we can call him. I don't want to air out his real name. But, nonetheless, we were playing video games, and, my geek bar was burnt, and at the time, I was a fucking fiend for about any kind of buzz. Any kind of buzz. Meaning, it doesn't have to be weed or anything like that. You literally just want to feel something. Anyway, I, um, I was saying to him, like, dude, I could rob a gas station for a geek bar right now. And that's about exactly what I had planned on doing. I was genuinely going to break into my town's gas station. Now, take note, I lived in a very small rural town. Had about two gas stations there in a neighborhood, and that was pretty much it. There was a post office and a local bank, and yeah, it was just really one of those small ass like pass by on the side of the road kind of towns. And regardless, I thought it was a good idea to go and steal from this fucking gas station. So I had totally thought in my head, I was like, dude, I'm gonna take a fucking screwdriver, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna stab the glass, I'm gonna run, and we're gonna get the fuck out of there. I don't know what kind of thing I was thinking of, but regardless, I put on slacks from prom. They were all black. I put on my Converse to like, have blacked out outfit and quiet shoes. I guess that's what you could call it. And I had my hoodie, and my hoodie had a logo on it, so I turned it inside out. I remember, and so it would be all blacked out. And then I was also wearing I didn't have gloves, so I remember putting on fucking black socks for some reason. And yeah, that's a great smart idea. And I ended up taking them off because like there's no way I'm gonna be able to put my hands at a disability and get away with quote robbing this fucking gas station, or so I was thinking of. Like I don't even know what the fuck, like, dude, really, what am I doing here? Like, I'm feeding for geek bars and I'm gonna rob a gas station for them, so like, what the fuck? But anyway, so I had this blacked out outfit on, and my plan was to sneak out of my window, and since it was dark I would just avoid the light. As soon as I walked outside, I was like, wow, there's just too much light out here. I'm gonna be too black and people are gonna see me. Um, but I made it. So there's in front of me of my house at the time, there was a crackhead shack, genuinely like meth smokers, lawn fucking 9 feet high, like just envision like the worst shit you've ever seen. Basically Trevor's house from GTA 5. Like that's what that shit looked like. And had a big old tree in front of it with my mailboxes overgrowing it. But nonetheless, I crossed the street, and furthermore, I was so freaked out that I was going to be seen. I tripped over the curb like almost immediately, and then I hit on the ground for a little bit because their front porch lights turned on. They had one of those motion detected like lawn lights that enable, and I pretty much like just ran from the fucking light, and I crouched in, I guess, a grass field across the street. And because that's what it is, bro. Everywhere around here is tall fucking grass. I mean, it's in the middle of Texas, like, shit like that. But fuck me. So I'm sneaking around, and I ended up going back home. And I was like, alright, dude, I gotta figure this shit out. And there was a route that I could take that was a little darker, so to speak. And I guess that didn't really work out either because I ended up coming back again after trying to attempt to take the quote darker route. And I got in my truck, and this is where shit really goes downhill. So I get in my truck and I start driving. I exit the neighborhood, and now I'm on the only main road between the gas stations and the other side, which is the neighborhoods. And I'm driving, and there's a little like abandoned metal shop, I guess, sort of. I don't know what the hell it was, but I parked over next to it. It was a big old metal building, and there's these big old like I guess corn towers, the big silos. They're made out of metal too, and it was a train station as well. So it was kind of just industrial looking. There's a train track, silos with corn, and dirt road, and I was parked next to a big metal house, warehouse rather. I don't know, it's kind of like a shop. Anyway, I had parked up there, and I turned everything off, and I started walking around because I was like, well, now I'm closer to the gas station at the cost of not having to walk all the way there and avoid so much light. Still don't know what I'm thinking here. Looking back on this, this is probably the stupidest shit I think I've ever done in my fucking life for anything. Um, and I ended up getting a speeding ticket, which we'll get to. Um, so I had crept around the gas stations and realized that both of them are completely illuminated all throughout the night, and they all have cameras. They are seeing me for certain. What the fuck am I doing trying to try to break in the window and steal geek bars? Because that's what I wanted. I was wanting to steal geek bars because that's how much of a fiend I was. I was willing to go to that fucking length and extent to go do that. Um, so I pretty much just pussied out and I drove back home. But the odd part is before I drove home, I was walking up to my truck and it's like there's a big dirt lot and then there's this metal building, which I'm talking about. I was parked next to that. I had my keys on me. I get in my truck. I see this Corolla with these two crackheads pull up in it. And I'm just immediately uncomfortable. So I turned my truck on and got the fuck out of there because they had actually ended up opening their doors and running towards me. And I have no fucking clue who these guys are, dude. Like, never seen these guys in my life. Have no intention of, I guess, letting me fucking live because it seemed like they wanted to whoop my ass. But I don't. Anyway, I got in my truck and I fucking hauled ass out of there. And I actually thought they started following me because I saw headlights on the road. I was swerving, driving manically because I thought these two fucking crackheads were genuinely just on my ass. And turns out it wasn't them at all. And it was actually the fucking highway patrol officer. He high beamed my ass and fucking lit me up, dude. And yeah, bro. I mean, my heart fucking sank when that shit happened because I've never been pulled over in my life. And so the first time being pulled over after trying to do some insane shit while also looking suspicious as fuck, outfit wise, it's like, what the fuck are you doing, dumbass? So my dumbass ends up pulling over after, initially thinking, oh, I'm gonna fucking get away from him. No, I'm just not. I was in a 2007 GMC Sierra. What that basically is a fucking 20-year-old pickup truck. I'm not outrunning anybody in that, especially a highway patrol officer in one of the new Ford Explorers. Um, yeah, so I pulled over into like, a side road of my neighborhood. This is like probably 2 blocks away from my house at this point, but away from the highway. Anyhow, I pulled over and I'm just shaking in my fucking boots. But what I didn't realize is that I'm in all black. Literally all black. Looks like I'm ready to fucking commit something. So my fucking dumbass decides to manically ripped my hoodie off, and the AC was on in my car apparently. So the officer comes up and he's like, "License and registration," and I was like, "I have no license, but here's my state ID." And he was like, "You're out pretty late, buddy. What are you doing?" And I pretty much just told the guy like, "Look, I was going to get my brother a soda, blah 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 blah." He didn't buy it because number one, none of the fucking gas stations are open at 2 in the morning. It's a local town. They're all closed past 12:30. And he just didn't buy that, so he was like, "Look, I know you're bullshitting me. What were you really doing?" And I was like, "I was going to meet up with a girl. That's why my shirt's off." And yeah, I got scared because I thought I was gonna get stuck. And he was like, "Stuck? What do you mean by that?" And because in my mind, I'm thinking like, "Oh yeah, like I thought this girl was just setting me up, and so I blah 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 ran away." None of that even fucking happened. That's actually what I told my mom because she found out. The police officer called my parents fucking immediately. After he had detained me, I was probably sitting out shirtless in the fucking cold for probably a good 25 minutes before he eventually ended up convoying me back home, which really threw me off because he was just like super chill. And I honestly probably looked like a fucking tweaker because I had my shirt off. I'm pale as fuck. I had long hair at the time, about back to my, I don't know, past my shoulders by a couple of inches at least. And so I probably just looked like a fucking idiot. Um, but nonetheless, he convoyed me back home, which threw me off because, like, you know, I don't have a license and whatnot. So I'm surprised he didn't just do anything else. But after I told him where I lived, he was like, "Okay, that's 2 blocks away. We can drive there." And so, yeah, that's what we did. I ended up fucking driving back home, and then my boy was still on the call, and he was like, "Bro, what happened?" And I basically told him what I just told all of you guys. Yeah, I told him that I got detained. He was like, "Holy fuck, bro, you're a fucking idiot, bro. I told you some bullshit like that would happen." And yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I remember staying on the phone with my mom throughout the night because I was so scared of getting my ass whooped. I was like, "Mom, I'm so sorry, blah, 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 blah." Ended up not even getting any kind of punishment for that. I think the worst thing that I did was I was just not trusted with my truck again. And that was about 2 years ago. I'm trusted with my truck now. I have a job. I don't rob for geek bars anymore. And yeah, dude, life is good. I buy my own bud now. But yeah, guys, that's the time that I thought it was a good idea to go rob a gas station of geek bars for a fucking buzz that I probably wasn't gonna get. Anyways, that's it. Don't get a speeding ticket trying to rob a gas station. I'll see y'all.